Hi, I'm Mark Simeone, and I'm here in Gabon, Africa, with my teacher and my friend, Patrick Moughenda. Thanks for doing this with me, man. This is kind of an informal thing where we're here to share about you, your culture, Iboga, and what this is all about. So why don't you tell everybody who you are and how you got to where you are today.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Moughenda. I'm a Bwiti shaman from Gabon, and I've been trained over 22 years. That's how it takes to become a shaman. And it was tough, but I'm doing it.
Who taught you? Who brought you along in this process?
My grandfather. It's my mom's side.
Okay.
It was Masango guy from Ibunji in East Africa.
Okay.
Yes. So,
and he guided you the whole way along?
Yeah, I started my first bite of Iboga was when I was 8 years old.
8 years old?
8 years old, man. Yeah, and I passed out. Picture an 8-year-old, with this big chunk of Iboga in his mouth. I couldn't handle the pressure, so I just passed out.
You passed out?
For a good couple of hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did you, and then you were right back at it probably shortly afterwards, taking
No,
took a while?
It took me a while, to come back from, my mind, because it was hard. It was hard, and then the old man was just there to push it.
Sure.
Yeah, and then here in Gabon, especially in the Bwiti tradition, you don't just wake up one morning and decide to become a shaman. It has to be in your lineage. And my parents, they knew about me coming 2 years before my mom got pregnant with me.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm the 10th generation shaman in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start your shaman training?
My first initiation, I believe it was 12
years old.
Yeah, 12 years old. That's where I started. Of course, even starting, you're just watching, listening, and following. Until I did the second part. I believe it was between 13 and 14.
So there was quite a few steps for
you
to get to the final stage.
Yeah, you have to go through at least 4 big full initiations, to really get it.
To get to that point.
To get to that point, and then there's the learning part also, going pretty much all the time back and forth in the jungle.
Okay.
Yeah, to learn herbs and plants. So each initiation has a meaning. The first one we do, the initiation. The first one we do is for the screening part.
Okay.
Because as a shaman, you have to know how to screen dynasty.
So screening people who are coming through for healing.
For healing, you have to know in what level they are, what's the root of the sicknesses, to be able to get a perfect treatment for them.
Okay. Beautiful. So here you are now. You're a full shaman. For people in the West who don't know what a shaman is, or they think it's something real mystical or whatever, in simple terms, what is a shaman? I mean, you're a spiritual teacher. You're a guide for people from the physical world to the spiritual world. Is that pretty much how it's done?
Exactly. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It depends on culture, And here in Gabon, a shaman is called Ganga. Ganga is someone who went through a lot of different initiations, who undergo the rite of passage, and who has mastered the art of healing and the art of talking to spirits. It's a channel between the spiritual world and the physical. Who can send someone, to a spiritual discovery, a spiritual trip. You know what I mean? That's So depending on cultures, the different cultures have different meaning of shaman.
Right.
But to us here, it's Anganga is someone who hold the keys and the codes, of the spirituality.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's where all that training goes
right.
into.
And he's a great healer. Here in Ganga is someone who can hold more than 5,000 different herbs and plants in his mind. Oh yeah.
That's incredible.
It's not a belief. It's a knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that art of knowing that
Yeah.
we
Because
talked about.
in our tradition, we don't read, we don't write.
There's nothing written down. It's all oral
Since-
transmission.
Yes, since day one. So that's why we cannot afford to mess up our minds. Our minds is our computer.
It's your number one tool you have.
That's our number one tool. So we can just afford to mess it up. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, with that being said, what is Bwiti?
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a
there.
good question.
Yeah,
It's a big one.
It is a big one because you see this today. A lot of people do not know the truth about a lot of things around the world. Nowadays we have internet. So if someone wants or needs information, so they just plug themselves into internet. Whatever they see there, they take it. You know what I mean?
Take it for truth.
For truth.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily that. And I don't think internet today, especially when it comes about cultures, that they have 110% truth.
Yeah, right.
Because to respond to your question, you've been reading even yourself, been reading online about the Bwiti being a religion.
You see a lot of it out there like that. Yeah, that's what's being
the
said.
Bwiti
Yeah.
it's not a religion, man. It will never be.
Okay. So what
It
is
will
it?
never be. The Bwiti is just a spiritual, traditional path, which is the study of life itself.
Study of life.
Study of life.
That's what Bwiti is.
That's what Bwiti is. The study of life itself.